Hi, I'm Gidon, and you're watching Living in Israel, Episode 2. The parasha of this week in Israel is Parasha Balak. The rest of the world is a week behind and is reading Parasha Chukat. Parasha Chukat is a very eventful parasha. Some of the main things happening is Miriam died and the water dried up, water which was in her merit. And then a bit later, the journey gets a bit long for our people and we complain. Now, last episode I said I'll share a bit of our experiences in the process and of making Aliyah and some of our experiences here. So we did our pilot trip in the end of 2018, and then last year January we started the process of the paperwork. It took us about 6 months of bureaucracy in South Africa and in the Home Affairs offices. It was just basically sitting in a queue for the whole day, hoping you're going to be helped, and then in some instances even helping find original documents or copies of original documents where it was lost. But thank God, around about July it was all finished and we could send in our passports to get our visas. And I'll never forget, my wife was in Johannesburg last year, August, for a birthday with a friend, and she sent me a picture of our passports with our visas, and it was just amazing to know that we're so close. It's tangible. But all of the fun and games started then. We obviously needed finances to make Aliyah, and the original plan was for our business, which we had in Port Elizabeth for almost 16 years, to sell the business. And we went through a process of having a buyer and then not having a buyer, and then having no buyer, and then it was just an excruciating period in our life, and I think we actually saw ourselves going grey. And then we were at a point last year where we actually decided that we're going to postpone everything for about 6 months. And I was actually on my way to our children's schools here at Herzl to register them for this year, and when somebody phoned and said that they've got the finances, they're buying the business, we just need to draw up a contract and it's done. We're so excited, and we phoned the Israel Center and started the whole process to speed it up again, just so that we can be on a plane in December. Sadly, that sale fell through due to promises that wasn't kept, and the buyers didn't really have the finances. We were devastated. Our house was basically packed up, and we were on our way to Israel. My children had a little chart where they ticked off every day, every night as the new day came, just ticking off every day as the 23rd of December approached. And we really davened a lot, and Hashem made tremendous miracles. He did tremendous miracles for us, and thank God we managed to get on a plane on the 23rd. I remember the 23rd. It was the day before we put the last of our furniture in storage. It was very hot. We worked very, very hard and rushed, and the day when we had to get on the plane, I was just so sick. I couldn't stand on my feet. I was just davening that nobody would notice me just struggling to walk to the plane and just say, hey, you're sick, you're not getting on a plane. But thank God nobody noticed. We got on the plane and we made it to Israel. We made it to Israel though without furniture, because the sale didn't go as planned. We couldn't send our furniture and it went into storage. But I'll speak a bit more about that next episode. And Hashem did, again, tremendous miracles, and our furniture's here now, and thank God. But Parasha Chukat made me think of the process that we go through in life. Sometimes our journey just feels like it's too long, and it's hot, and we're tired, and the water's dried up, or at least it looks like the water's dried up. And it comes so naturally to us all to start complaining, and then even sometimes in the back of my mind wonder, is God even really with us still? Is Hashem still with us? And I think everybody goes through this. It doesn't matter if you're rich or you're not rich. It doesn't matter what your journey is. At some stages, everybody goes through this. We can see this in Chukat, where our people went through this more than once. A lady we love very much in Port Elizabeth told us once that our life is a tapestry. Now, tapestry, if you look in the back, you see the knots and the strings, and it looks like chaos. You have no idea what the picture is going to be. But if you turn it around and you just have a look a bit further back, you see exactly what the artist is busy doing. And I think that's what we need to do in our life. When the journey feels too long, and even in this time of Corona and things aren't going according to plan, to just, please God, take a step back, take a deep breath, and have a look at the picture. Have a look at what Hashem has done for you in your life up to this point. It's sad actually that we don't learn, and our people hasn't learned always that Hashem has proven time and time again that if He can split the sea, if He can do the wonders in Egypt, if He can provide man. I mean, you wake up in the morning and your food's waiting for you just to be picked up, and a rock that gave water followed them around. And yes, at that moment when Miriam died, it dried up for a moment. But that God that brought them to that point will not leave them there. And the same with our life is that Hashem brings us to where we are at the moment, and He won't abandon us. So I think it's necessary to just step back, have a look at the big picture, and then just get everything back into perspective and thank God for everything He does for us, and everything He does for us daily, and in our life up to everything He did for us in our life up to now. And next week, please God, I'll share a bit of our first experiences when we arrived in Israel and up to now. And Shabbat Shalom.
If you're excited to hear how we went from camping in Israel to living in Israel, please subscribe to the channel. We're looking forward to share our experiences with you.